Previously on Dodgers Blue Jays, after leaving Toronto tied, these two teams play a game long enough for Jeffrey Epstein to no longer be interested in. But the Jays punch right back in Game 4. The coolest beaver from Canada does his job. So does the Jays bullpen. So does the Jays offense. The series is tied Game 5. Let's get it. So thank you for being here, subscribed or not. And if you haven't joined the 49% Elite Humans, consider hitting that button if you like the videos. As here we go. SoundCloud rapper B Snell on the mound. But before fans could even fully get out of their cars and settle into the stadium, Davis Schneider has some bars of his own to spit. First pitch, home run to left. Just like that, it's 1-0. Vladdy Jr. said that looked fun, what Davis just did. Let me try. Hold up. Wait. Bang. Back-to-back home runs to begin Game 5. Nobody's blinked yet, and it's 2-0. Then Alejandro Kirk. Oh my God. Then Alejandro Kirk. Thank you. He smacks a base hit to center field. That makes Kirk now 3 for 3. Off of Snell in the World Series, 4 at-bats in a row that have ended in him getting on base. Then we had, and I don't think I've ever seen this before, 2 replay reviews in a row. First by the Blue Jays, well, they were both up by the Blue Jays. On this double play, it's overturned, so they win this one. It's not a double play anymore. Then they challenge this, a caught stealing, and it doesn't go their way. He is indeed caught stealing, so the inning finally ends after what felt like 30 minutes. Bring on Yesavage, the man making his 2nd World Series start, 5th playoff start. That's now more playoff starts than regular season starts for his entire career. It's insane. He was brought up in September, a little more than a year after being in college. He started this season in Single A. Now he's being relied on to pitch in a bunch of playoff games, World Series games. Well, that's not on accident. 1-2-3 first inning, he gets Mookie to strike out on 3 pitches. Get this, after starting out the game throwing 3 fastballs and watching 2 of them get socked into oblivion. It's like when Thanos scared the Hulk out of Bruce Banner. The Blue Jays scared the fastball out of B. Snell. He didn't throw a single fastball the rest of that first inning and didn't throw one again until the last pitch of the 2nd inning. 22 non-fastballs in a row were thrown by Snell before throwing one to Jimenez, and he couldn't be less ready for it. So the plan worked, I guess, to have a little hiatus from the fastball and bring it back. Yay back out there. Freddie Freeman works an 8-pitch at-bat against him, and it ends with him whiffing at this splitter. Next up, Teoscar Hernandez, ball 1. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, sit down. Next up, Tommy Edman, who, despite being a switch hitter, is opting to hit righty, because apparently that's a better way to face Ye's splitter rather than from the left side. It is insane. Ye, who's a right-handed pitcher, he's almost a lefty specialist. Like, he's a better lefty specialist than lefties. I mean, he's effective against everybody, but his splitter, I guess, is tougher on lefties, the way it moves. So much so that a switch hitter is not switch hitting. He's hitting righty, and well, I guess that splitter is hard to hit either way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A strikes out the side. That's 4 strikeouts in a row. Make that 5 strikeouts in a row. Down goes Max Muncy looking at this slider before Kike Hernandez destroys this fastball for a bomb. Jason Bateman's loving it. Kike has been good all postseason. He's good every postseason. He turns into Puerto Rican Barry Bonds once the calendar strikes October every year. But he hadn't hit a home run yet this year. He pretty much done everything else but that. Well, scrap that. There's his first, and of course it's off maybe the toughest pitcher he's faced. So now you're thinking, oh, here come the Dodgers, until you realize this is just a classic Ye being Ye, trolling everyone. He gets the next 2 hitters out, including Ohtani, who he punches out for his 6th strikeout. His helmet flies off. Then Dalton Varsho pops a ball up. Teoscar Hernandez in right is like, screw it, I'm going to try and get this, and it fails miserably. The safe thing to do would have been letting this fall for a single. He never had a shot to catching this. This is a stupid thing to do. Instead, it gets by him. Varsho legs out a triple, and the Jays didn't even do a thing the rest of this inning. Snell gets a fly out and strikes out the next 2 hitters after that. He looked locked in now, but the Jays still got a run because of what happened on that play. Sandy Koufax looking on with disappointment. These assholes. Jays back on top by 2, which basically felt like 7-2 with Ye on the mound. Will Smith, strikeout. Mookie Betts, sit down again. He gets ahead 0-2 on Freddie, only to hit him with a slider, and then Teoscar swings at the first pitch he sees, doesn't hit it well, but places it well enough for a hit. So all of a sudden, the Dodgers have potential, but this is only them getting insanely lucky. After a first pitch in the dirt to Edman, back up, hitting righty, Kirk goes out to the mound to talk to Ye. He's like, all right, I have an idea. Just like, get him out. You know, just like don't let him get a hit. Ye's like, oh, right, bet. Edman pops out, end of inning. Go to the fifth. Muncy, easy grounder to second. 1 out before Ye strikes Kike out in the rematch. His 9th strikeout of the game. Make that 10 strikeouts. Alex Call doesn't make a great call here to swing at this pitch. That would have been ball 4, am I right? Next inning, someone actually hits a ball hard. Of course, it's Shohei who does. I mean, he smoked this thing, but right at Barger and right. 1 out. Will Smith, oof, ouch. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses at the next 2. No chance. Sit down. Mookie Betts, grounder to third, inning over. Ye making the Dodgers his bitches like they're the Kardashians now. Apparently, $10,000 were going to be donated to the Jackie Robinson Foundation if this game ended in a walk-off. Of course, only the Dodgers can walk off. They have to win in order for that to happen. So the Blue Jays saw that and went, "Keep driving, you black spear chucker piece of shit!" This is when they really let loose. Well, Snell and the Dodger pitching too. They all kind of helped each other out. Addison Barger base hit. He moves to second on a wild pitch by Snell, who then walks Jimenez before throwing another wild pitch. But then he strikes out Davis Schneider. So it's like, okay, this hasn't been pretty, but you're 1 out away from keeping this game at 3-1. In comes the bullpen, Edgardo Henriquez, who throws the 3rd wild pitch of the inning. It's ball 4 and a wild pitch at the same time, so that run scores. It's 4-1. 5 pitches later, Bo Bichette makes it 5-1 before Kirk then gets walked. Complete disaster that this has turned into. I guess this is why it took 14 innings or whatever for Henriquez to come into game 3. It's amazing how someone can throw so damn hard and still get knocked around. Him walking people doesn't help. Obviously, in comes Anthony Banda. He gets the final 3rd out, but this might as well have been game. With Ye on the mound, nothing is possible for this offense other than maybe a weak infield single like this. After he struck out Freeman for his 12th strikeout of the game, Teoscar gets on, and up comes Edman yet again from the right side. He's sticking with that plan, even though he's 0 for 2. 3rd time's not a charm. Turn the 0-2 into the 0-3. He hits into an inning-ending double play. Yesavage goes 7 innings, 12 strikeouts, a dozen strike. Imagine a dozen donuts. That's a lot of donuts. You eat that many, you turn into Alejandro Kirk. Turn those donuts into strikeouts, you get Yesavage. So either way, you get both very good players. What a team. Ernie Clement stays hot with a leadoff hit in the 8th. The 4th wild pitch in the last 2 innings by the Dodgers pitchers moves him over to second. A ground ball moves him over to third, and a base hit moves him over to home. 6-1 Blue Jays. Their bullpen now in the game, but it's just more of the same for the Dodger offense. The Blue Jays offense looked so worn out in game 3. Like, they genuinely just looked tired and out of it. Well, it looks like their plan all along was to just hustle the Dodgers, make them think they can't hit when they in fact actually can hit a lot. After scoring 5 runs in 18 innings in game 3, 5 runs that came in the first 7 innings. So they also went 11 innings in a row scoring 0. They go from that to scoring a combined 12 runs in their next 18 innings, while the Dodgers, after only scoring 2 runs in game 4, switched up their lineup for game 5. They're like, all right, let's change this up a little bit. We're going to bat Mookie Betts 3rd for the first time in 4 years. Will Smith bats 2nd. Freddie's going to bat cleanup. They make all these changes just for it to end up exactly the same. Blue Jays pitching, of course, led by Ye, absolutely embarrassed the Dodgers. They undressed them. They fought. Wait a minute. Does that saying mean what I think it does? This is the first time I've ever really thought about it, undressing someone. Does that mean like undressing someone without them? You know what? I'm just going to go with the Blue Jays pitching consensually undressed the Dodgers. I mean, it got so inappropriate. This kid had to have a popcorn bucket over his head. Freddie Freeman struck out in the 9th for his 3rd of the game. Teoscar then punches out. And we're going back to Toronto as Drake was loving every bit of it. Bro became a top-tier troller on Instagram once the game ended, just being a top-tier Shohei hater. Hashtag stop Asian hate. Well, Drake is right. Can't deny that the Blue Jays are now just 1 win away. And Clayton Kershaw had to spend some time after the game on the field, after what was his final game ever at Dodger Stadium. Bittersweet moment, a true end of an era, and he'll either return from Toronto a champion again, or with the Jays winning their first championship in 32 years. We'll find out soon enough. Game 6, Halloween night. Here we come. Love you. Bye.